So we're about 4 weeks into the 2013 legislative session. Tell me about your experience so far.
Whirlwind of activity. I've had at least 30 constituents every week, up to 5 to 10 lobbyists each week, and I've been on committees. Some of the committees meet twice a day, and so I am here from at least 7 or 8 in the morning until 8 at night.
I heard you have been assigned to 5 committees. Could you tell us a little bit about those?
I'm very excited to be on the Transportation Committee. I'm on Technology and Economic Development Committee. I am on the Business, Finance, and Insurance Committee, and I'm Assistant Minority Ranking on the Local Government Committee. And on top of that, I'm on the Rules Committee. So all of those are targeting jobs. My committees that I've chosen are to bring jobs to my district, to bring jobs to the state, to find out what regulations there are that are hampering small business, and to find out how we can bring new innovative ideas to the state and to my local district.
You have initiated some plans to hold a Biomedical Summit and invite city leaders and other stakeholders. What is your goal with the summit?
We have wonderful hospitals in our area. We have St. Francis in Federal Way. We have Auburn General in Auburn. We have Good Samaritan in Puyallup. And all of those hospitals have clusters around it, medical clusters such as kidney dialysis. And it would be, I think it would be very, very smart for us to try to bring new technology innovation related to the medical field to our area. And it's natural for us, and it would bring well-paying jobs. Not only do I want to bring the jobs related to the technology, I want to bring the jobs that would be related to manufacturing, the ideas that would result from the technology. And so I may drop a bill creating this zone, but beyond that, I want to create a summit where we have the legislators, where we have the school district, where we have University of Washington, Tacoma, the chambers, so that we all come together and we brainstorm and we talk about how we can get this moving. And not just one meeting. We need to have a series of ongoing meetings. We need somebody to take the leadership to move this forward and bring it to fruition so that we can attract more well-paying jobs to our South Sound area.
Transportation is a big issue in the 30th District. What are your priorities regarding transportation this year?
What I would like to talk about in the Federal Way area is to complete the Triangle Project. That's a combination of Highway 167, 18, and I-5. We've already built half of the project, which is a $100 million overpass. We now have to build the other half, which is another $100 million. So I'd like to work on that. And then beyond that, I want to work on 167 in the South Sound. That's very, very important for the Port of Tacoma. It's very important for the ports, for the east-west mobility, for the connectivity to get the goods from the manufacturer to the port. And we need to do that because if we don't, we're going to lose port jobs. 65,000 jobs at the Port of Seattle, Port of Tacoma depend on our freight mobility. And if we don't improve what's happening in our state, those jobs will then go to Canada, they'll go to LA, they'll go to the ports where they have the freight mobility, the railway systems that can handle getting the goods back and forth quicker than we do. So that's a very big concern for us.
Public safety is also critical to the 30th. I noticed that you have sponsored some bills that would help reduce crime in your area. Can you tell me about them?
Oh, goodness. We have human trafficking in the South Sound. It's actually all over the state, but we have a particular problem in the South Sound. Representative Tina Orwell represents the Kent area, and it's amazing what's happening in our high schools with regard to our young girls as young as 14 being groomed by predators, and some of them are high school students that are being used by the predator to pull the girls into prostitution. It's a terrible thing that's happening, and we want to make sure that we stop this before it gets any further. It's not happening just in the big cities. It's happening right in our own backyard.
What are your priorities for this session?
My goal for my district, which includes Federal Way, Algona Pacific, Milton, a little bit of Auburn, a little bit of Des Moines, and a tiny bit of Edgewood. My goal is to help them with quality of life, help them to be safe, help with the education. We're working on what to do for improving the education system. It's not just fully funding education, it's actually improving the education system. And then there is a lot of discussion right now about guns, gun rights, and guns in schools, and how to protect our children. And there's a big discussion on that right now. So without getting into many of those topics, so many of those items are being discussed in the legislature right now, and hopefully we'll have something that will help our children in our schools in the end.